welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be drawing these 3 magnolias from different perspectives. They're all from the side view, and so we're going to start first with our pencil sketches. And because they're from the side view, they're going to look slightly similar but just different widths. And they're going to look like upside down Christmas ornaments. And so you can make the first one, more like an oval, slightly fat. The next one maybe slightly smaller, pointier tip, and then this last one as a skinny, longer version, because this one will be more of a bud. So here it is, a little bit up close. And the majority of the petals will be within these shapes, but don't let this limit you. We're going to do some of the petals kind of sticking out towards the side, but these little ornament shapes will contain the majority of your petals. So we're going to get started first with this first one. I'm going to use my pen, and today's pen is the Zebra Fude brush pen. And this bottom part will be the stem that's going to look a little bit woody, so you can do little wiggly lines and then tiny little leaves there that will connect to the flower. And I always like to start first with what I like to call the guide petal, and that's the petal whose shape we can see completely. I like to start with this one because then you can build off of it and add the rest of the petals without having to draw incomplete shape. And so these other ones will either be overlapped behind or kind of fold over the other one. And so this little side skinny one, the reason it's so skinny is because we are seeing that one completely from the side view. And so thinking about perspective, you're seeing just one side of it and not from the bottom. This left one has a fold, and we add folds by adding an extra line along the edge. And these can adding folds can take your flowers to the next level and make it look more detailed and more advanced. The second magnolia is going to look a little bit different in the way we start, because our guide petal is actually going to be one of those sticking towards the side. And so thinking about perspective, this flower will be sticking towards the side but also be skinnier than the other petals. And now we're going to do the other side. And I did do an incomplete shape on this one because this one is folding on top and behind this next petal. And so please keep that in mind as you're drawing. And of course you're going to do this in pencil, so you could finish the complete shape and then go back and erase the lines. Because I'm doing it in pencil, you can see it better. I couldn't erase, and that's why I did it that way. As you continue to draw your petals, remember to not make them look too uniform. Adding C and S shapes as you do the petals helps them flow and kind of dance and make them look more realistic. And here I drew the rest of the stem of the magnolia. It's woody, and the flowers kind of tend to come out perpendicular to the stem. And this last flower is going to be the magnolia bud, and so this one won't have any of those petals sticking towards the sides. All of these petals will be longer and more skinny because they are still tightly wound together. And we can add a few little folds on the back ones because those are kind of folding over towards us. Once you finish the petals, then you're ready to add the details. And I'm going backwards. I know we started with the bigger flower first, but we're going to start first with this peony bud and add the details. One important note about magnolias, especially this specific species of magnolia, is that they all seem to have a darker color vein in the middle of their petals. And so like here in the center flower, make sure you add that detail line in the center, because if you look at a picture of magnolia, you would see that they have that darker color vein, obvious detail line going up the center of each petal. And I know that with some of these side petals, it would be harder to add that specific center vein, but do your best, and it's going to look beautiful. And detail lines take a little bit of time, and so I will let you guys kind of take your time, relax, watch the video, and finish your details on your flowers. I say this in every single one of my videos, but one of the best tips for detail lines is to add variety in the length of lines. So making some shorter, some longer, making sure that they curve with the petal. You don't want them to be stick straight and all the same lines, because then it's just going to look really flat. And so adding different lengths and the curvature makes them look like they're flowing or folding over. Please feel free to pause or rewind or slow down this video if you need to, especially with the petals. I know I didn't give a lot of instruction in the beginning of where to draw the petals, but that's the great thing about YouTube is you can start it over and watch it again and just keep trying. And feel free to share your creations with me. My Instagram is @KarenB.creations, and I would definitely love to see your work and see the beautiful things you're creating. Here are your finished magnolias, and whenever you're ready, you can use a gentle eraser to erase your lines, making sure that you go slow because you don't want to crease your paper or anything. But voila, you have created some beautiful magnolias. And if you have any questions about the leaves, I know we only drew one little one, but most magnolias have just tiny little leaves along their stems. If you like this video, please let me know in the comments and make sure to subscribe because I have more floral content coming your way. Thank you!